Buenos dias, everyone. Today's good morning is in Spanish. Hope everyone's doing well on your Monday morning. Whether you're commuting to work, going to class, going to help a loved one, or just at home chilling, I wanted to welcome you all to another episode of My Unify Podcast. For those who are new to the show, every Monday morning, provide you with positive advice to help you conquer random topics in life that you might be going through or might come across, so you can get over it with hopefully a bit of a smile on your face on the other side. If you do end up liking the podcast or this episode, or you're an advocate for positivity, motivation, and well-being, make sure you follow, subscribe, hit the bell, and most importantly, share this with someone you think needs to hear this. The previous episode we addressed why having a negative attitude towards life can be detrimental to you and what to do to avoid this. And for today, the thought that came in my mind was fear. We all go through it, so I wanted to look into what fear really is. Why become fearful of things? And tips on what we can do to unblock these fears that stop us from moving forward. So, first and foremost, in the Cambridge Dictionary, fear is an unpleasant emotion or thought that you have when you're frightened or worried by something dangerous, painful, or bad that is happening or might happen. To me personally, I couldn't agree more, except I must add that fear doesn't always stem from or come from an unpleasant emotion or a negative thought or emotion. At times, fear can come from positive emotions or positive thoughts that might happen, which you're afraid of. It sounds strange, but for instance, a person I've known in my life has had a fear of taking a pleasant and positive job offer that was set to make them successful. An incredible admin job offer with benefits, good salary, hardly any management, like micromanagement, remote working from anywhere, even life insurance and health benefits, and working less than 35 hours a week. Now, you might think, well, what a dummy. That's a no brainer, really. You yourself and everyone you know would probably have taken that job. I mean, what's the worst that can go wrong, right? All the possible issues such as bad management, always commuting to the work office and long hours have been removed. So why not take that offer? Well, wrong. Firstly, everyone is different. Let's start there. And secondly, as a human being, we are programmed to automatically put our guards up if something, and our fear is coming into play. So if something, comes up, you instantly think, is this good for me? Do I trust it? You've heard that saying before. If something sounds too good to be true, then it isn't true. So with that fear in our minds, we do not go for it. We let those opportunities pass. And of course, some fear are easy to understand, whereby, taking a massive risk can impact your life heavily. These negative risks. For example, doing a wild motorbike ride on a mountain or going high up on a mountain, hiking, and then diving into the river. Those fears are justifiable. Okay. What about those fears which pose hardly any risk and could, possibly have a positive impact on your life and your loved one's life and give you an incredible future? Why let fear get the best of you without trying? See, I always tell people I know to never have fear of something unless it's extremely justifiable. No one ever got to where they got today without crossing the road with confidence, without self-belief and a positive mindset. Without those things, where are you going? It also starts in your mind. We are very easily led to believe that if we want to do something, we mustn't do it because we are going to fail. Oh, don't do it, James. I've tried it before and I failed. Don't even bother wasting your time and even knocking off your confidence. You will fail. And you probably lose all that money you spent, James, if you take the train to that football stadium to go to your football trial, wanting to become a professional football player. They will say, I can assure you, James, mate, 99% of people that go for this trial end up failing. So do not do it. You're wasting your time. Now, the sad thing is, most people would buy that and say, yep, you're right. I'm just going to stay put. And although I know that I'm good enough to potentially make it pro, that expert just told me it's not worth a shot. So I'm just going to leave it alone. But then again, before you decided to give up, imagine your next question was, what about the 1%? Oh, wait, what do you mean the 1%? Well, you told me that 99% fail. If my math is correct, out of the 100%, there was still a 1% who make it, right? So how would I know unless I try? If I fall into that 1% remaining category, would you know? Of course not. This is where that fear block in your mind gets instantly removed if you start thinking that way. You need to stop comparing yourself to other people and think about their failures. Start thinking about wins. And at least you position yourself to at least try to do it before you fail or pass. Try it. Only time will tell. But removing that fear from your mind is crucial and will forever be that first step in your life. So, here are the 3 tips I want to give you on ways in which you can remove the fear off your mind. Number 1, when you find yourself in a promising situation that is mostly risk-free, doesn't pose any dangers in your life, I want you to remove that fear from your mind and go ahead and grab it. Unless you try it, you won't know. 2, do not compare yourself to others. Everyone's story, destiny, and path is different. Following their footprints can potentially stop you from getting to where you need to be in your life. No matter what you're trying to get, build some confidence and have no fear. Finally, before you take that leap of faith without fear, assess it, review it, of course, ensure it's safe to take upon what it is you're trying to achieve, and then go for it. That way, you can be sure that you have done all your due diligence, your checks, and only then you will know if you are the person, in your own way, stopping yourself from getting to be where you need to be. So, thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, before you start your Monday, start it off with some pure positivity. However hard it is, the most successful people you aspire to in life have been through hard times and have managed to keep a positive mind and a health check. You can do it too. So keep listening in to My Unify Podcast because we believe in positivity and a brighter future and a greater future for all. Don't forget, if you could like, subscribe, or follow, that'd be great. Or at least share this with someone before it's too late. Someone who needs to hear this more than you to date. And put a smile on their face. And please don't wait. Peace out, everyone. Bye.